following video may contain content parents may find unsuitable for children. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hey everybody, it's Hunger again. Welcome to another Minecraft podcast stream weekly moon thingy. Say, yeah, we're doing things. It's gonna be great. Let's see. Let me get some music going. I feel like I accidentally lost like half an hour somewhere. I was like, it was a little after 11 o'clock, and I was like, okay, I need to get ready for this stream. And then, like, I was on YouTube, and one video led to another, and all of a sudden it was almost midnight, and I was like, I need to get a stream going. So sorry about that. Let's see. I am going to get some music playing. We're gonna jump in here. It's gonna be great. It's just gonna be fantastic. Why is this not loading? Boop. Okay. Just waiting for this frickin' thing. Come on. Oh, here we go. That's what I was waiting on. Do the thing. Alright. Okay, this stupid music player. Alright. Closing the music player and reopening it. There's gotta be a way to make this work with this equipment. Alright. Alright, so, if you'll remember, last week we completed the panel of the Sailor Moon pixel art that we're working on that included the Tuxedo Common pixel art, and he turned out great. He looks so stinking good. Anyway, but now that that's over, I'm going to need to find something else to put in, these other panels. So, and I might try to do the logo up here. We might try to do a pixel art of the Sailor Moon logo. For the top part. That might be fun. Finally, this thing pulls up. Okay. So let me take a look here. Let me just see what I can find here. Let's see, Sailor Moon logo pixel art. Let's see what we could find here. Images. All right. I joked about it at one point, saying I could maybe find the Japanese version of the logo. That way nobody would be able to tell if I screwed it up. Ooh. This might be the way to do it here. I found a logo here, so I'm thinking Let's see. Ooh. Wait just a stinking second. Oh my gosh. Some of these are really stinking good. Dang. I almost wanna just frickin' do this whole frickin' pixel art. These are gorgeous, some of these. Like, cause I was looking for something that just had the logo in it, but like, these are like title screens from some of the video games, and they're just phenomenal, honestly. Man. Oh, let's see. God, this is so stinking good. This is something that somebody did on Tumblr, and it just looks phenomenal. But this one, I believe, is from the good old Super Famicom. Looks like the one from Tumblr just used this. I think for my purposes here, I think this one's probably going to be the best. So let me just grab this image. Okay. Copy image. I'm just going to open this in Paint. Okay. Crop. There we go. All right. This is actually pretty freaking great. Yeah, because this is a very simple color. This one that I found is a very simple color palette. I'm gonna save as. All right, Sailor Moon pink logo or pink pixel art logo. All right, save that. Alright, so I think to start with, I'm going to go ahead and prepare my canvas. So this is probably going to be a lot of canvas preparation this stream, honestly. Alright, so jeez. Preparing the canvas. It's a lot easier. It's harder to just accidentally go off the rails. Technically, I don't really need to put stone down, but it's going to help in the long run, I think. Stop. It's not okay. Glitch. Really long way. To be honest, I'm kind of wondering if we need to use this entire thing or not. I'm thinking this sprite might end up being pretty small, so it might end up being unnecessary to use the entirety of this huge section of canvas for just this particular thing. Of course, I could always use more blocks to make it bigger. Tiny and then put something else in there. It just kind of depends. Maybe I could use the English logo and the Japanese logo, we'll see. But it's going to be easier to find pixel art for the Japanese logo because video games. Video games we never got over here. Seriously though, I mean, if you think about it, like, you know, there's all these video games for all these anime that weren't really as popular over here at the time, so they never got brought over here, but they're popular over here now in the US. So some of these companies could probably make quite a bit of money either doing like a remake or just a direct port onto like you know, like Nintendo Switch Online or, you know, something like that for some of these some of these older, like, early 90s Super Famicom anime titles like this. Just saying. It's not necessarily a terrible idea. Oh, God. Come on. Stop slipping off. How does it keep happening? Oh my God. How does that fucking keep happening? Okay, well that seemed to work better. Let me see here. Jump into the Discord real quick. Okay. What's that breathing sound? What is that? These fish are like murdering each other down here. The actual hell?
Wait, what's going on?
Sorry, headphones didn't connect. Hello.
Oh, hi.
What's
Yeah,
going on?
sorry.
I hear you already talking about something.
Yeah, I was looking at, I'm sitting here playing Minecraft, and I was doing some building, and like the marine life near me is just like, having a civil war down there, and they're fucking murdering each other. What the heck? I don't know what the heck was happening there.
Don't worry about it. That's some Poseidon versus Neptune shit.
Yeah.
Are there axolotls down there?
I don't think there's axolotls down there. It looked more like it was a drowned killing everything. But it was going after like squids and shit.
Yep. Yeah. Are they? Do they normally aggro on everything?
I think so.
Squids? No, drowns. I know.
I don't know. It was a little difficult to see what was happening because there were just like freaking particles everywhere. But like
The squink.
it was bizarre.
It was Splatoon down there.
This is Splatoon.
Pretty much.
It kind of was Splatoon, honestly. Don't do that. Okay. Goodness.
Ooh, I tried Lethal Company. It is one of those ones where the buzz is for something, substance,
Yeah.
a fun little time.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I actually spent a pretty decent amount of time after I got home from work trying to catch up on today's anime. There are so many stinking anime airing on Saturday that I'm interested in watching. And unfortunately, I did not get to watch them all before work. Partially because one of those anime, and this is probably the worst one out of the ones that I've been watching, is the Tales of the Wedding Rings. That one, they dropped that episode at like 9 something this morning, which should have been perfect. Like I should have been able to just wake up and watch the damn episode. But when I started watching it, there were no subtitles. And when I checked it an hour later, there were still no subtitles. So it's just kind of, like. And I don't even need to read the comments for the episode to know what the comments for that episode were like, because it was almost certainly a bunch of other people who got there early like me bitching about not having subtitles on it and talking about, why do I even pay you guys? There's pirate sites that have this up. I could go watch it there. You know, just that's literally everybody on Crunchyroll when they make a mistake like that. Like,
Yeah. I'm at the point where I can't complain anymore about Crunchyroll because I share it,
mhm.
so I mooch off with someone else.
Yeah. But, anyway, it's just, there's just so much. Like, I watched, like, Solo Leveling when I got home, because that hadn't, that didn't air this morning, that aired a little later, so, and Solo Leveling, that is looking like it's going to be pretty great. And then, let's see, what else? Freaking, Apothecary Diaries, I watched that when I got home, because of course I did. The, Strongest Tank, that one, it's got a longer title, but I'm gonna just call it Strongest Tank. That one, is another one that's not, like, the greatest anime ever, but, I still want to watch it. You know, like, I understand that it's not, like, amazing, you know, it's not one of those ones that are gonna be like, oh, you should all watch this, it's great, because it's not. Same thing with Tales of Wedding Rings, I don't recommend that one either, because it's just a harem garbage. Although, there is one thing I'll say for it, and that is, unlike a lot of other shows that have been on Crunchyroll recently, this one has actual nipples in it, so...
Oh,
Like,
of course.
Beam of Light Kun is on vacation, like, you know, Wisp of Steam Kun is out of commission. Like, there's just freaking naked titties, you know? So, I thought that was kind of funny, because, like, Crunchyroll has been really, kind of, you know...
Yeah, I didn't know until I watched like a video on it or something, but they fucking are bringing Mr. Lifearian on overtime, huh?
Yeah, no, like,
Most of the
Crunchyroll has
time.
been... Like, Crunchyroll has been picking up, like, more risque, like, almost pornographic anime, but then censoring the crap out of it when they put it on Crunchyroll.
Yeah.
Like, you know, so it's real. It really is kind of funny, the type of things that that these people are picking up. Like, it really seems like the suits just don't understand what they're picking up when they license it sometimes. Like, I heard, and I'm not sure if this actually happened or not, but it sounds like something that they would do. I heard that at one point they actually licensed Redo of Healer, and then they got a hold of it, and they realized it was basically porn, and, and they had to sub-license it out to somebody else. Like, 'cause they're like, yeah, we can't publish this. Yeah, although, to be fair, calling Redo of Healer porn is kind of an insult to porn, because, like, if you can get off while watching that, you have some seriously fucked up problems going on. Like, it's just... That anime is brutal, and nobody should watch it. Just... Anyway.
Alright. I'll take your word for it.
And not to be confused for The Wrong Way to Use Healing Magic, which is another anime that's airing on Saturdays this season. Redo of Healer is just messed up in every way. You know, but yeah, take my word for it. Don't watch it. Just save yourself. Like I said, there's sex in there. Like I said, you know, like so you could like classify it as porn, but like it's not like any kind of sex that I don't think that's anybody's kink. Like he's literally raping this chick while he's breaking her fingers and shit, and it's like, you know, it's just fucked up. Like,
Yeah, that's weird.
yeah, it's not great. I think most people that watch it agree that it's just kind of fucked up and not really great. But but they animated that shit for some reason, you know. Anyway, let's see
It's
what
gritty
else.
and real, and you just don't understand.
Yeah, it's like why did they have to go in this like there's all kinds of other fucked up shit happening in the story too. Like they're drugging the guy and like all this other shit, and it's just the plot is just brutal. Like, basically, in order to justify how brutal the hero is, they had to make the villains even more brutal sometimes. Like, so it's just fucked up in so many ways. Anyway. But no, that same, the same guy that wrote that also did the World's Finest Assassin anime, and that's a much better anime from him, that's a much better story from him that they adapted. So watch that one instead. Anyway, the World's Finest Assassin gets reincarnated as an aristocrat, who also happens to be the World's Finest Assassin.
Oh, I want the world's finest chef to be reincarnated as my fucking cat and cook for me.
The World's Finest Chef is reincarnated as a masterful cat.
And probably take off.
Yeah,
People would love it.
have you seen the masterful cat is depressed again today?
No, the
Oh,
masterful cat.
Yes.
What's he a master of?
So basically, the masterful cat is depressed again today is about a gigantic cat who takes care of his owner. Like, like basically, the plot is this office lady is on her way home from work one day in the winter. There's snow piling up, and she finds this little black kitten underneath a bench, and she picks him up and wraps him up in her scarf and takes him home. But her home is full of trash because she's a complete slob. So the cat, decides that he's going to repay her kindness, and he starts trying to clean up her house, and eventually,
I'm so big, I'm full of trash.
right? eventually, like basically, what ends up happening is as she's leaving, he shoves a slipper like in between the door and the door frame, and he basically starts taking bags of trash out to the to the trash dump deal, the trash collection site,
When you say huge, do you mean buff?
No,
too?
I mean that the cat ends up growing to be about as big as a bear.
Oh.
He's just gigantic.
Size matters.
But it's funny too because he's also kind of a pussy. As far as if he thinks that there's something dangerous going on, he'll instead of just being I have fucking razor sharp claws, he brings a frying pan and mace with him.
Lol.
Oh man. But yeah.
Yeah, that is not something I needed to think about, a cat using mace.
Right. Yeah, no.
Good thing I have no weapons in my home.
Yeah, it's just freaking funny. He makes all these little he makes all these clothes for himself. So he wears an apron and he has he has this little hazmat suit type deal just to keep himself from getting wet while he's cleaning the bathtub and stuff.
That's awesome.
You know. I have no idea why this person is spamming periods in my chat, but okay. Whatever keeps you
Have a
happy.
night.
It's just one of those nights.
One of these people.
Anyway, but
Wegger, I barely know her.
right? But yeah. But yeah, like the story is really funny and heartwarming in spots. Like, but basically the first episode like picks up with the office lady. Just at that moment, like it's been like she's had the cat for like 3 freaking years, and at that moment she realizes, you know, it might not be normal for cats to get that big and do the laundry and clean the house and make me lunch, you know.
Lol.
Like, you know, she stops to think about it, and then she's like, wait. Like, so basically she goes to work and then she's like on her laptop Googling the world's largest cat to see like how big the cats are supposed to get, you know. And there's like all these pictures of Maine Coons that are like 2 feet long or whatever, and she's like, yeah, no, that's my cat's way bigger than that, you know. So,
This lady who's never had a fucking cat in
right?
her life.
Yeah, she's just. Oh man, but like, it's funny because she's like thinking, oh my gosh, I gotta hide this cat, otherwise they'll like try to take him away from me and do experiments on him and stuff. And meanwhile, the cat's like going grocery shopping and people think it's just a dude in a cat suit. They think it's just a furry running around the neighborhood.
That's great.
Oh,
I mean,
man.
Yeah, if he can tender cash, there's feasibly no fucking reason why anybody would bat an eye at him.
He's got a coin.
Like
He's got a coin
more
purse
than 20
tied around his
seconds,
neck.
You know?
Like,
Yeah. Like,
you know. But yeah, it's so funny. Like, just. It's like there's a scene where these 2 housewives are watching him in the supermarket, and they're like, I've got to be hallucinating, right? Like he's like, if that was a real cat, there's no way he'd be sitting here in the supermarket comparing the size of cabbages. Like, it's just like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh. But yeah, and it's funny too because like you hear the cat's internal monologue, and he's constantly bitching about how worthless his human is. Yeah.
I mean, that many years, it'll wear on you.
Yeah, no, it's so funny, like, you know. But he's also like super like proud of how capable he is. You know, he's like, you know, because like he's the one who calls himself he's the one who calls himself a masterful cat. He's like I am a masterful cat. You know, like because like basically anything he tries, he ends up becoming really good at. Like, you know, like he can cook and clean and sew. And there's a scene where she like spills something on like a shelf unit, and he ends up like getting like a saw and some tools and like repurposing it into a completely different shelf unit. Like he makes like a desk out of it or some shit. Like just like she's like, is it just me or do I sometimes come home and find new furniture in here? Like, you know?
Right. I don't know where all this new furniture came from.
There's a scene where she splatters something on the wall, and he like just peels the wallpaper off, and she's like, "Wait, is that okay?" And he like pulls out a roll of renewable wallpaper, you know, and just plasters a new thing on, you know, like, you know,
Actual flying bug.
yeah, no, it's so funny. Just the cat is just completely prepared for everything. And she's prepared for absolutely nothing. Like, she's completely worthless without the cat around.
I need to remember that. That'll be a good one for Friend is Over.
Yeah, there's an episode, or there's a there's an episode where they're watching this animal photo contest on TV, and they were talking about how pets and their owners start to resemble each other, and so each of them thinks about what it would be like if the other one was more like them, you know. Like when the cat's thinking about like her being all capable, he's like, oh no, she wouldn't need me anymore because she'd be able to do everything for herself. And then when she starts thinking about him being more like her, she's just thinking that would just be a normal cat because you just lie around and do nothing.
Damn, imagine being better at being a fucking cat than a cat.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah, I think that was basically the author's baseline. He's like, what if we made the cat super capable and just made the owner just act like a cat at home? Like it's funny too because all the people at work think that she's like some kind of domestic goddess because she brings these awesome looking lunches and she bakes sweets and or she bakes sweets and stuff like that to work, and they're like, "Oh, you'll make a great wife," and she's like, "I can't cook," and they're like, "If you think you can't cook, then the rest of us are completely doomed," you know, because they're looking at the food that she's bringing. But yeah. You know, she's like, I can't tell them that my cat made them because normal cats don't do that. Yeah. But yeah, it's absolutely fantastic. Just
That's it, yeah. That's incredible.
But yeah, it's funny because when Free Run started airing last season, it was the season after the Masterful Cat finished airing, and there's an episode of Free Run where Free Run's having trouble waking up in the morning, and you know, she's all groggy and everything, and somebody in the comments is just like, she needs a masterful cat. Just because in that show, like, he will literally drag his owner out of bed and like get her dressed and ship her out the door. You know, like, and then she'll go to the train station and she'll sleep on the train on the way to work, like while she's standing up holding the thing, like.
It's like it's almost like his owner is almost just getting lazier and lazier while the cat's just becoming more workaholic.
Yeah, like she's just
God,
such a
my
slob.
cat's enabling me. I really need to start taking care of myself.
Well, like I said, you know, it's not that he's enabling her because she was a lazy slob when he was before he got there, because like he got there and her house is literally just crammed full of trash bags, like worse than an episode of Hoarders, like.
Oh.
You know, I think it's episode 3. He has like this own mini rant in his monologue. He's like, "Why the hell do the neighborhood crows know better than she does how the trash is sorted and what day it's put out?" Like, you know, yeah. Because he was bitching because he had to resort the trash because she didn't sort it right. Because in Japan they do you have to do like plastic bottles in one set trash bag, and then like burnable trash in another bag, and then other trash in another bag. So it's like, you know.
Yeah, do they have a metal collection?
I'm not sure. They all go out on different days. Like I think that they do have some sort of like glass collection thing and maybe a metal collection thing too. But yeah, it's just. You know, because I know like a lot of the time vending machines will have like a can recycling thing next to it, you know, like just for like a little trash bag or trash container just for recyclable cans right next to the vending machine, you know. So,
yeah,
you know, so yeah, it's just funny, but
we had those at our hospital, and fucking people still can't make it to the trash can.
Oh man, yeah. No, it's pretty bad.
Yeah.
See, the only
I will
reason...
continue to idealize
Right.
a society where people can just fucking depend on each other to not be fucking utter brain dead morons in the
Right.
street.
Yeah, and that's the thing, is it only works in Japan because Japan has that kind of the type of society it does. Like, it wouldn't work over here because we're all rude pieces of shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Took fucking generations to develop and
Like,
came with its own set of problems.
yeah, we have like a recycling thing where I live, but it's like, you know, like they literally have like things that they will stick on your recycling bin, like, hey, don't put this type of shit in there, we can't recycle it, or, you know, like, just, you know.
People do anyway.
Yeah, no, because people are dumb, but yeah. But,
With something like looking up where I could get rid of car batteries, like the old ones,
yeah.
and like the first 5 answers I got were wrong.
Oh no.
so I was like, damn, do people really just toss these things in the
Yeah.
fucking dumpster? Like,
Yeah.
it's unreal.
Yeah, no, most people just can't be bothered to dispose of shit properly, which is unfortunate.
It's baffling to me because it's not even a substantive amount of extra effort, you know?
Right.
The bulk of the time. I don't know. I'm sure
Like,
easier said than done, you know, to think about.
right. Well, like, for example,
Sure.
I had a refrigerator that stopped working, right? So my parents gave me their old one when they got a new one.
Yeah.
And my mom was like, "Oh yeah, you know, you need to like drain all the coolant out of your old fridge before you throw it away, or, you know, and then the city will pick it up and they charge you a fee for it." And I was like, and hear me out, I could just stick it on my curb, and I'm right next to a place that has like dumpster divers come every freaking night, and if I put it there, they will take it. Like,
It'll be gone. It'll no longer be your issue.
it will no longer be my problem. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like, I don't think I've ever left anything out there longer than like a couple hours without it disappearing. Like, like they like that place just constantly gets dumpstered. Like no matter when I leave the house or return to the house, there are always dumpster divers in that dumpster. Like,
Wow.
like they are just there constantly. Like, it's not like the same ones all the time either. It's like a constantly rotating cast of dumpster divers. You know,
Maybe they have like a one-use ticket.
no, like, I get home tonight, it's 20 fucking degrees outside. There's somebody rifling through the dumpster. Like, just, you know.
I don't know.
And I'm just like, okay.
I don't know how you get into that situation.
Yeah, no, like, the thing is, the reason that they go through that dumpster so much is because the place that's next to my house, it's like a furniture store, and so they throw away shit that, like, with a little repurposing, people can use, you know.
Yeah.
So people are constantly scavenging that thing, like.
Yeah.
You know, so, but like I said, the types of people that scavenge that shit are people who are good at fixing shit. So when they see, like, old furniture that I put out on the curb, they just yoink that, you know, like, you know.
A lot better than the dumpster items, probably.
Yeah, exactly, because a lot of the time the dumpster items, they will, like, break them to fit them in the dumpster first. Me, I just toss my shit, you know, like, so whenever it's like spring cleanup or fall cleanup, and the thing is, on spring and fall cleanup, there are people who will just roam around town with a pickup truck and a trailer, just picking up shit that people put on the curb. Like, you know,
Yeah.
it's not just me. Like it happens to other people too. Like on the official cleanup days, you know.
Yeah, I get you.
But with me, I could put it out like literally tonight if I wanted to, and it would probably be gone by morning. Anyway, but you know.
Yeah, some benefits.
Yeah, it's you know. The great thing is that the dumpster is not on the side of the house that I sleep on, so usually they don't like keep me awake or anything, making noise.
Oh, good. Yeah, that was
So
turn.
you know, because it's pretty constant. Yeah, they're like
Rifling.
human. They're kind of like human raccoons, honestly. They're just constantly fucking with the trash over there. But yeah. Jeez. This is shaping up to be a really huge canvas. Alright. Just, holy crap.
What's gonna be on this side?
So, eventually, I am wanting to put a Sailor Moon logo up here.
Oh, the logo, of course.
Yeah, this is the top frame of the kind of picture that we're doing. So, I found a pixel art picture of the logo from one of the Super Famicom games, and I'm gonna try to sort of copy it over here. Ah! Must make canvas.
Ooh, I'm fucking tripping. Kanto Expansion Pack has wild Hitmonchan.
I still think that ROM hack of Scarlet and Violet where you catch a Yono as a Pokemon is hilarious.
Oh yeah, you saw that too?
Yeah.
Fucking made my skin crawl with that sentence. Please don't say that again.
What does the fucking shiny for her look like, you think?
Was it the black outfit she wears in Pokemon Masters? Also, yeah, there are axolotls in the water.
Are there? Maybe
Yes.
Caps put them there.
His army.
Yeah,
It's either that or maybe I put them there, I don't know.
I don't know. I'm okay with there being axolotls.
Right?
Maybe they started spawning because I made it darker down there. Because by putting all this stuff up here.
Well, makes sense.
'Cause didn't they make it where axolotls spawn in dark places in this game for some reason?
I don't recall.
I don't know. So I don't know. Maybe they're natural spawn because of all this crap I'm putting in the water, or on top of the water, I should say.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, this is taking forever. Ah. Don't do that. Stupid glitch. Alright. Let's see. But yeah. I honestly kind of look forward to Sundays, as far as anime is concerned, because got Shangri-La Frontier and Fluffy Paradise. Because Fluffy Paradise is one of the greatest things ever. So
I am completely unfamiliar.
So basically, it's a isekai series, because of course it is. But basically, the light novel, the original light novel, has like one of those sentence titles, but for the localization, they just changed the name to Fluffy Paradise.
Gotcha.
Because the original one's like Isekai de Mofu Mofu something 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 something. You know, it's just like. But basically, the gist of it is the protagonist is an office lady who dies from overwork, and as her soul is leaving her body, she's like kind of moaning about how she wishes she hadn't died from overwork, and then this deity shows up, and he's like, "Oh, hey, I can fix that. I'll reincarnate you in this other world, and you can help me out with something that I need some help with." And he's like, "I'll even give you an overpowered cheat ability. What kind of ability do you want?" And then she starts crying about how she just wants some healing from her parents' cat. You know, she wants to floof cute animals and to relieve her stress and everything.
Oh,
And so he's like, "Okay, I'll just make it to where all non-human entities love you."
I remember you mentioning that one.
So
Easy fix.
yeah, so she's like, "Wait, what?" And then she gets reborn in this other world, and she is Precious Baby. Basically, it time skips to her being like a 3-year-old, and basically the gist of the show is she goes around and is mobbed by animals pretty much everywhere she goes, and then some huge very dangerous animal will show up, and she will reduce it to a lap animal within like 5 seconds, and everybody just sits there and goes, you know? Like, you know,
This is just my dog.
Yeah.
Cerberus.
yeah, no, it's funny. Like the episode 1, they take her to the royal palace. She gets bored. She sees a bird flying outside. That's all it takes to get her to pop a window open and escape. So she's chasing this bird through the castle garden. The bird flies off somewhere. She can't find it. And then like immediately she gets mobbed by all the animals in the garden. Like, but then a few seconds later the animals all run away because the prince's pet tiger Lars has appeared. And Lars. So this giant white tiger, and you know, she's like just looking at it, and like instead of being afraid or anything like that, her first response is "Rare floof acquired." Like, you know, so like. So like the tiger goes up to her and licks her face, and then she gives him a hug and realizes how fluffy he is, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, it's so fluffy!" Yes. And then like by the time the prince finds the tiger, she's riding on its back. You know, it's just fantastic. Like. You know. And then the prince, like thinking he's like saving the little girl from the tiger, pulls her off of the tiger's back, and he's like holding her up in the air, and she's like all squirming, and the tiger like reaches up and grabs the little girl away from the prince, and he's like, "Wait, why is he siding with you instead of me?" You know, it's like my pet tiger. Anyway, it's just funny. Like, you know, she's just, she's floofing giant tigers and giving dragons head pats, and, you know. Oh, man. And, of course, she's just adorable the entire time, too. Like, that's the... Yeah. Warp zone.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I was just there.
But yeah, but that one has been one of my favorites this season so far. And then of course Shangri-La Frontier. I'm really looking forward to that one because last week they blue balled us with a recap episode. So, I didn't even watch that shit. I'm like, nah, fuck that. 14.5, how about I'll see you next week for episode 15?
Oh yeah, brother.
You know,
I get that sentiment.
yeah, so yeah, they just did a fucking recap episode, and I was like, oh no. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the new episode tomorrow, where they finally get to the, they're supposed to be trying to fight Weathermon the Tomb Guard, which is like one of the 7, there's like these 7 colossi. I think they're basically the 7 strongest monsters in the game.
I was gonna say 7 deadly sins, but I guess that makes sense.
But yeah, I can't remember what exactly they were called, but yeah,
maybe they were called the 7 deadly sins. Who knows?
no, they weren't called the 7 deadly sins, but
The 7 deadly sins: lust, wrath, and lust.
right? All of them are lust, but yeah. Now it's funny in Skeleton Knight from in Another World, in that story, the church, the evil church organization, has like 7 cardinals, but they're all like based on the 7 deadly sins. Except they never bother to explain which one's which. So like half of them, like basically half of them have like the same, feel like they have the same fucking personality. Like, you know, it's like, which one are you again? Are you envy or wrath, or are you all just wrath? Like. Maybe pride. I don't know. Like
Prideful, angry men gather in a room,
you know,
and are forced to split the 7 sins equally.
Yeah, it's just.
I know a few of the ones from Brotherhood, but.
Oh yeah.
Well, those ones actually were thought out.
Yeah, well, yeah, they actually like tell you which one's which. You don't have to like guess.
Yeah,
Like, with 7 deadly, with the Skeleton Knight in Another World, you just kind of have to guess. Like, the only one you know for sure is Lust, because it's the only chick. And in the book, she actually has a fucking sex scene. So, so it's like, okay, yeah, that's definitely Lust.
Get the picture,
Gotcha.
yeah.
Figured that out. You know, mission accomplished. But yeah, and then like.
That one's always always a real brain tickler figuring that one out.
And like the first cardinal that they kill is either gluttony or sloth. I think it's supposed to be sloth, but it might also be gluttony. Like they didn't really make that clear. Anyway, like I think it's supposed to be sloth because I think there was another one that was like eating a whole bunch later. Like so, it was like okay, that's got to be gluttony. But like anyway. But yeah, it's just kind of messed up. Like, it's not immediately apparent which one it is. Like, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just some of these. Oh my gosh, this is taking so long to make this freaking canvas.
Yeah, where's Capsunino?
Line after line after line after line after line.
Yeah.
They gave the bug Fisher. Why'd they give the bug Fisher? They didn't have to do that.
Nice powerful Fisher bug.
He shakes the earth with his tiny, spindly little feet. Actually, I should look. Like, he might have shoes. He has shoes. It's okay.
Create a no guard Machamp. Teach it Fisher. Name it Fisher Price.
Yeah.
Ooh, someone pointed out to me that Gravelly didn't have feet in early Gen 1 sprites.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I didn't really take it in, but yeah, he's just arm guy.
Yeah. He just has arms. There's no feet there. Like, and then he shows up in the anime, and I was like, he's not supposed to have feet. And then like the next game that came out, he had feet. And And I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, what the hell?
What sorcery is this?
Yeah, we made the mistake of not giving him feet in the first game we made.
Yeah, something. It's like, was that the mistake, or did the animation
Geodude
fuck
can
up?
float, but this guy's too heavy. He's a
He needs
rock.
feet.
he needs stand.
Geodude floats without having levitate, but the other guy, nah, he needs feet.
Right?
Yeah. Could you imagine if they gave Geodude levitate?
Oh my god, he would be so much better, honestly.
Man, yeah, like he would become like really
even a Alolan Geodude.
yeah,
But-
he'd become so much better in Little Cup. Holy shit! Like
Yeah.
especially Alolan Geodude with levitate. Jesus, you know, that thing's double weak to ground. You give it levitate, really? Like,
It'd be better than giving him fucking Galvanize.
oh my god.
Explosion electric.
Does it get Magnet Rise?
I think so.
Not that I'm aware of. I don't.
Yeah.
Wait, really not?
Not that I'm aware of.
Yeah. Man, if Alola Dude doesn't get Magnet Rise, then he's just fucked.
It ruins me a bit because sometimes, like, balance changes from other fan games or projects or hacks bleed in, and I'm like, fuck. Did I see this man use this move or have this ability in this game?
Or was it
Or
a
was
ROM
it
hack?
ours? Yeah.
Is it live or is it ROM hack Memorex?
So yeah, I
Can't
checked.
distinguish fiction from reality anymore, bros.
Right. Can't distinguish fan fiction from reality in Pokemon games anymore.
I can't distinguish fan fiction from fiction.
That's one of the reasons I had to stop playing like so many Pokemon games at once because like I would get confused, you know.
Well, also I like most of them, but I don't have strong feelings about a lot of them.
Right.
So I see some of these guys like Breezel, and I want to fucking punt him down a flight of stairs. I'm sick of seeing him. But then I see other guys like fucking I don't know who's someone who's popular that nobody really likes that much.
Someone who's popular but nobody really likes that much.
Yeah, you see what I did there.
Yeah.
Anyway, the answer is Pikachu. I'm always happy to see Pikachu.
So I saw a video in my recommended on YouTube the other day, and says Pokemon who have been in every Pokemon game.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Since their introduction, and then it showed Pikachu and it said it's not him, and I'm like, are you sure? Because he kind of has been in every fucking Pokemon game, like literally.
Black and white filter down.
No, he's got Pokedex entries in Black and White and Black and White too.
Pokedex entries.
So he's in the game, like he's
Yeah. Been there for games.
He was going by regional dex criteria.
Yeah, but even then, like you know, like now that they're filtered, now that you don't always have a national dex, it still counts. He's in the game, you know, like. But yeah.
Well, I meant like regional dex, Black White 2, Pikachu isn't in there. That's where he got most of them through the filter.
Yeah. But like I said, it's something where, you know, to me, he's still in there. It counts, like, you know, because like I said, there are Pokemon that aren't in games anymore. Starting with, you know. But then again, if he was going by that, then basically every Pokemon would meet that same criteria up until Gen Gen 8 when they started scrubbing Pokemon off the Pokedex.
Yeah. No, the end total was pretty sad.
Yeah.
The Gen 1 guys, though, it's like two stage lines who you would not fucking expect to be everywhere. And one of them's Psyduck, and I forget the other one.
Yeah.
But they, like, every time, like, snap, snap, snap without fucking fail. They're there.
Freaking Psyduck, catchable in every fucking Pokemon gen.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
There was a time in my life where I thought it was pretty cool that you got early Psyduck in Black and White too. And now I'm kind of just like, he's a water type.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
It's so tough because even in Gen 1, like a lot of the water types had Psychic as flavor. So
yeah.
like, as an identity, being the water guy who's not Psychic, but gets Psychic,
Right.
and then you're a duck.
Yeah, because the
And
thing with
what
Psyduck
else
and
is
Golduck is that for playthroughs, they're not so great. They are wonderful support utility mons for team building, but for playthroughs, they're kind of ass. Like,
Yeah.
if you like it, because there's way better water types that you can put on your team for for your water type coverage. Because typically when you put a water type on your team, unless you're using it as an HM slave, you need it to cover various types, like common defensive typings that you come across in game. Fire types, ground types, rock types, that sort
Ooh,
of
I
thing.
don't know about that. I always saw water as my surf mashing.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Like, unless you're using it as an HM slave, in which case, there's plenty of
Not even. Surf
plenty of
is
mons
just
that do
like
it.
the best water damage you can get.
Surf is pretty darn good. I think there's a couple moves now that are maybe slightly better, but most of them don't have quite the utility that Surf does. So
Yeah, and this is also coming from like a mostly single player,
yeah,
like what is it, singles environment where you're not fucking beating your other guys and getting reduced spread damage and all that shit.
Nah, just bring Gastrodon. You fix that problem real fast.
Alright.
Gastrodon's like, oh no, that won't be an inconvenience to me at all.
I am gonna pull it up because I think it was Magnemite actually. I think Magnemite and Magneton maybe.
Yeah, or you could bring what is it? Freaking. You could bring Telepathy Oranguru with a Surf Mon or an Earthquake Mon.
Yeah.
Just spam the shit out of it.
I actually had a low cup team that involved both Storm Drain, Finneon, and Shellos. And they would both just keep spamming Surf in the rain, fucking each other over and over again.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, okay. So it was... Sorry, I got distracted looking at them now. For Gen 1, there are 4 families. And it was Magnemite and Magneton as well. I was right on that. And then Rhyhorn and Rhydon.
Oh, yeah?
Then, yep.
I guess Rhyhorn they kept bringing because he's like, quote unquote, the first Pokemon,
Yeah. What? Oh, because of... I thought he didn't count Let's Go. I'm a little confused how Rhyperior didn't make it, because I'm pretty sure in every instance 4 Protectors come back with those 2. I don't know. I thought this list is perfect, and
the thing is, if the whole criteria he's going off of is things you can catch, yeah, or things that are part of the Pokedex, I don't know.
Yeah. I think it was just a... I'm not sure. What does he say? What are you saying? Emperor Cubone.
Yeah. Nice powerful Cub one.
You did exclude Let's Go.
I don't know.
He counts version exclusives.
Alright.
Okay, yeah. Something picky he did was, if it didn't make it to the third version of the game, it didn't count as catchable in the generation.
Oh, yeah, that is kind of a...
Yeah.
Not gonna
So
lie! Dick move!
that would be another bottleneck.
Yeah, well, because, like...
As he puts it.
Because by that logic, that would mean that coughing, wheezing, Ekans, Arbok, Meowth, and Persian weren't catchable in Gen 1. Because none of
They
those
weren't
were
in yellow.
none of those were available for catching in Pokemon Yellow. Because
Yeah, and he kind of like
they
said that really fast, so I'm not 100% sure what he means.
Yeah, they basically made it to where you couldn't catch any of Team Rocket's Pokemon in Pokemon Yellow.
That does seem like a stinky filter.
Yeah.
So I guess it makes sense in a way. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, the example he gave was Metatite not being an Emerald. He's like, if Emerald didn't care enough about Metatite to respect it like as catchable within that generation, I'm not going to count it.
Yeah.
I don't know. One of the two. It was either.
I kind of get that sentiment, but also part of it was so that third version still had guys you couldn't get, so you still had to fucking trade.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Part of it.
Yeah.
So
it's like it's like one of the two. It's either Survivor or Zangoose. I don't remember. One of those two is not catchable in Emerald.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like that's kind of stinky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, cause. Yeah, I just don't see that being a good way to approach it when I think about it. Because that filters stuff like Glameow and Stunky too.
Right.
Like, that's nutty.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, Glameow is kind of a bad example in hindsight, but like, at the very least, it wouldn't have been out of the running as early.
Oh man. There we go. Oof. Ever since I called that one guy out for spamming periods in my chat, like he hasn't posted anything in chat at all.
Well, I wasn't sure if you like temp muted him or something.
No, I
figured
didn't do
if
anything to him. The thing is, I think a lot of people that watch streams this late seem to have this idea in their heads that it's like a pre-recorded video that's just being live streamed. You know, so they think that nobody will care if they just you know, fuck around and do whatever, and then as soon as you call them out on something that they're saying in chat, they're like, "Oh my gosh, it's an actual video. There's a real person." Like,
that's kind of funny.
It's an actual stream. Like, you know, like then they kind of fuck off. Anyway.
Oh.
But,
yeah, that's
interesting.
Yeah, because I've had that happen before, where people were like, "Oh, this is probably just a pre-recorded video and everything," and then I like mention their name, and they're just like, "Oh shit."
It's such a weird thing to be looking for, honestly. I've never even seen that.
Well, I'm guessing there's just not a lot of people who live stream at this time of night, just because there's not a lot of people awake. But you know.
Oh.
But the way I think about it is,
you're one of the ones I know.
There's always people awake somewhere. Like, you know, it's like it's
Yeah,
a big world
exactly.
out there. You know. And granted, a lot of those people who are awake and right now, this is like, you know, like a lot of them probably don't speak this language, but you know. But then again, English is one of the most widely spoken languages in the world. It's, you know, like,
yeah. Yeah, looking at my lab, I got like maybe 5 people, and one of them's doing a subathon, and the other one is fucking like just another late bird.
another night owl. Yeah.
So I guess I do know one, but I don't
Yeah.
fucking go to those streams.
Yeah.
Big fan of Quentin,
See,
etc.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, YouTube is just really not laid out in a good way to display everything you'd actually want to catch, so
Yeah.
I spent a fucking good amount of time just looking
Yeah.
sometimes for shit that I know that is supposed to be there.
Yeah. Oh man.
That's why the Discords are nice, because you can actually get the pings and whatever.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, because like YouTube, sometimes even if you have like you're subscribed, you've rung the bell, you've told it that you want to see all that channel's notifications, every once in a while, you will still somehow miss one. Yeah.
Well, it's not fucking just YouTube, Twitch. For me, it just stopped working on notifications. Like, I had them turned on the phone, I updated the app, I fucking complained about it on their support thing, and nothing.
Yeah, I heard Twitch recently went 18 plus. Like literally banned everybody who wasn't 18.
That's so funny. Was it 13 before?
I think so. Like, but yeah, like they just suddenly banned everybody who wasn't of age. So, you know,
I mean,
I'm
that's
thinking,
one way to
I'm
solve
thinking
their
they are working on a
problem.
they're
Question mark.
They're currently working on evolving into a porn streaming site. I think that's probably eventually the Twitch thoughts will be able to take their tops off if enough people donate money, and it's just yeah.
Porn and gaming go together like eggs in a blender.
Porn and gaming go together like eggs and salmonella.
I was just imagining the sound it would make to have eggshells in a fucking blender. That's my reaction to this information.
Right.
Reaction.
I don't know. Like, this was always weird to me because I never really caught anything huge. I just kind of bounce around between. Well, they're smaller, most of them, but some of them are pretty big. But I just kind of bounce around. I definitely watch YouTube more still.
Yeah, it's been a clean minute since I was on Twitch for like anything, so.
There's like chat etiquette and shit for Twitch and YouTube and all that, and like some of it goes right over my head. But it was
The worst.
some dude streaming Minecraft. He had like barely touched the game ever, and dude is wandering around in circles, wondering how to build shit. So I dead ass and just go, oh hey, here's how you make a crafting table, and I get hit by the mod going, no backseating, please, and I'm just like, fucking, oh,
Yeah.
like, yeah, I don't know. Some places are a little finicky.
Yeah.
I'd rather just, shit around.
I feel like too many people on Twitch get all uptight and butthurt about what people are saying in chat.
Also, I just don't. I would rather, they tell me, or like, if they ignore me saying gameplay shit like a few times, I'm gonna get the message pretty quick too. It's just the idea of like some fucking little Twitch mod coming out that be like, don't tell streamer how to play the video game
Right.
when they are literally asking.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
sorry, I didn't
Streamer,
know.
how do I make item? Commenter, oh, this is how you do that. Streamer.
Are you trying to tell me how to do my job?
Just,
I mean, like he was active and moving and talking and stuff, but it was
right.
like I get into that mindset with games where I'm like, oh, person has goal, they're flailing around not doing goal. Okay, information that might help.
Right. Oh.
But yeah, thinking about that sort of thing. I usually can't keep up with live chats too, is the other thing.
Yeah, it's something where, it's one thing I kind of dread. Like, if I ever have an audience big enough to where my chat is just zooming by at 10 million miles an hour, it's like, please stop.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like a completely. Yeah, I don't know. I guess that's worth thinking about too. Like, sometimes those mods have long history and whatnot with the people. And like, I'm just some shitter who shows up sometimes. Yeah. It's like, at a certain point, you just wouldn't be able to even keep up.
Yeah, like, because there's a lot of streamers that have, like, hundreds of people in their chat at a time, and a lot of them just give up on reading comments and responding to them. They just kind of do their thing,
yeah.
And it just feels like that would be really lonely, like.
Yeah. Well, it's like you think. I don't know. I guess not. I guess capital letters do stand out the best at the end of the day. But I was gonna say, you think like things with substance that the people, reading them would catch, like they'd hone in on that. But a lot of the time, it seems like they'll just read fucking whatever, so they have something to say. Like, I can't think of an example. I used to watch a lot more of like Alpha Rad, but.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, notice he kind of did that. Like, he picked, like, some of the dumber shit that people were saying and, like, hyperfixate on that a little. And it's like, okay, bro, you have other comments. Or chats, whatever they're called.
Yeah. Oh, nice. So Siege is in chat.
Hi, Siege.
Said he beat Super Mario RPG today.
Hi.
Congrats.
Yeah.
The game is so good. Oh my gosh, yeah. That's like, I love the fact that you get a music player when you're done. Like, just like, oh, you mean I can listen to any of these freaking awesome bangers anytime I want? Okay, cool. And Mortal Kombat 10, jeez.
Does it have all the tracks?
Yeah, like even the ones from the original game, like you can switch back and forth.
Oh, that's really awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, they give you like a sound player mode when you beat the game.
I'm gonna be honest, Siege. I didn't know there was a Mario Kart 10.
Mario Kart. Oh, damn.
I don't really know what the campaign for those games looks like usually, but I imagine it was a good romp. Yeah, I think it says a lot when one of the only, like, fighting games I've played for more than an hour is fucking Skullgirls.
Oh
Yeah.
man. Skull
That would
Girls
be
is like a
something.
fighting game, right?
Yeah, it is a fighting game.
It's like
Yeah.
a Street Fighter style game.
Yeah. But it's on mobile,
Yeah.
right? Or
Yeah, on the lot.
Ooh, it fucking might be. I played it on.
I used to
Wait.
play it a lot back in the day.
been playing it on Steam? Is that?
Yeah, I was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I dropped the game a long time ago at this point, but in college, I either picked it up.
Oh, I see.
either
So
Picked it up through.
yeah,
It doesn't let you add the.
extra layer of. So basically,
Ooh.
there's a thing in the game where when you're playing a fight, and you build your chain up past +5, it adds more stuff to the theme, and apparently the music player doesn't let you play that version of the theme.
It is a bit of a bummer. Is it? So would it only be the battle themes that function like that?
Pretty much, yeah. So
That still is a sizable chunk of the soundtrack.
because I don't think it adds like extra percussion to like if you end the battle and you still have a chain like over 5. I don't think it adds like more percussion to like the world themes or whatever. Like
Yeah.
yeah.
That would be a little strange. I would say that the bulk of the songs from that game are just very good.
Oh my god, yeah. Like some of those songs, like, you know, I didn't expect to just be so blown away. Yeah. Yeah, it's only the battle themes. Yeah, starts when you get 5 or more on your chain. But yeah. But yeah, I freaking love that. Yeah.
Release Demigorgon 3569 420 will upload the full soundtrack with added percussion at some point.
One can only hope.
And it will be taken down, and they will make an alt account, and they will put it up again. My bones be cracking.
Yeah. But yeah.
Funnily enough, all these games she has worked on, I love the music for, but the gameplay, interestingly, has not messed with me.
Yeah.
Wait. Okay, no, he's right. There is one. I wouldn't say I even really love that. I was thinking about one day getting 3, but yeah. Final Fantasy 15, back when I had a computer that could run games almost sort of well, I tried that and it didn't run sort of well very.
Yeah.
So, between that and the gameplay, feeling either like I was mashing and spamming at things until they died, or I was mashing and spamming at things until I died, led to me not finishing that game. But I did like the car.
Jeez.
In fishing, I think the game had some pretty solid fishing.
You know, it was so funny because there was like it used to be like a staple of JRPGs that they would stick a fishing minigame in there somewhere.
Well, fucking even Dark Cloud has it. It's genuinely wild how many games have it.
Yeah, it's just
And
like,
it'll be like its own separate mechanic.
yeah, and people, you know, after a while, people just started going, why? And you know, so eventually, I think games stopped putting fishing in there so much. But it's like, jeez.
It's because of that one person adjacent to her on the dev team who was gung ho about fishing. And once those people stopped existing, we stopped getting fishing. Kirby has fishing.
Oh
Oh
man.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like,
So it can't all be
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah. True.
At least that's what I recall hearing anyway. At least for Zelda, that all their fishing stuff was because of one dude who was like, I like fishing.
fish.
I think everyone should be able to fish.
But yeah, there's just so many fishing games in JRPGs. It's like, why?
And then they'll gate your cool ass endgame sword behind it.
Oh man, yeah, Breath of Fire.
That's what I don't get.
They put like all the good shit behind the fishing game. Oh my god. It wasn't even really a mini game. It was just like go and like put your rod somewhere, you know.
Yeah, Dark Cloud fishing. It was like I don't know how to describe the actual act of the gameplay. It was like you'd want a mental or actual spreadsheet. It was just like mix and match bait to whatever you're trying to catch, roughly. But there were weapons, like weapon progression, right? So you could get a good endgame kit no matter what, so it didn't matter a whole lot. But like either the best or like an equivalent weapon was available as the max price point cost in the fucking fishing.
Yeah.
So it's like you do that right, and then you get your cool weapon, and then that weapon would still have a fucking whole like fucking progression to go through.
Jeez.
Yeah. Yeah, that, and then I think we've talked about the Final Fantasy X fucking
Ugh.
super weapons and armor or whatever.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that one, I actually did get all of the quote-unquote best weapons for all the characters in Final Fantasy X. But after that, I kind of never wanted to do it again.
There's no real reason. I mean,
Like, here's
I
the
guess
thing.
that is a game with overkill as a mechanic, but
Right.
that is overkill.
The thing is, there are actually reasons to get those weapons. Like for most of the characters, Lulu's you kind of don't need because her quote unquote best weapon is kind of trash, and you can make better ones. But like a lot of those weapons are just genuinely like the best weapon you're gonna get for that character.
I want to say Masamune or whatever for Orin.
Yeah, the Waka's, like, the thing is, getting Waka's best weapon requires, like,
Yeah,
being
no
really
fucking
good at...
shot.
It requires being really good at Blitzball, but I fucking did it. And the thing is, you know that the Sin fight, you know, like when, like not the final fight, but the one where you're fighting like outside of Sin, you know, like you're basically fighting the big whale-looking thing that's flying around.
Yeah.
So we got into that fight. I did Waka's limit break. Sin died. Because, like, because
that's
it was multi-hits.
Like the wall
And-
phase, yeah.
Yeah, so like so Waka did his limit break, and he like literally just did overkill damage to every single piece of Sin, and he died. Like, like, yeah.
Yeah. So then
Yeah.
you see the other side, the logic of why they made it so obtuse to get.
Right, yeah, because because it's busted. Like it's because the thing is, I think that weapon has a weird thing, like it gets more powerful, like the number of points you've scored in Blitzball games or something like that. Like it has a weird
so you can
attack
pregame
modifier. So so it just keeps getting stronger the more Blitzball you play. Or so, like, if I remember correctly, like I might be misremembering, but I'm pretty sure it has some stupid ability like that where it's just like insanely good if you put the effort in, you know. Like, but yeah, because
The amount of
yeah, because like I said, I remember just completely destroying Sin with it, and I was like, oh. Okay, this is busted. You know?
fucking bouncy ball walk a doom chamber. I remember being very saddened every time I talk to someone on the overworld and they go, "Oh, you like Blitzball?" And I go, "No, no, I don't."
Yeah, no,
Then I walk
Blitzball,
and talk to someone else.
basically with Blitzball, the key to doing really well in Blitzball is to just have a few characters that you use all the time and level up, and then make sure that those characters are like, make sure that you recruit those characters and keep them on your team. Like, don't let anybody else, like, don't let their contracts run out and let somebody else snag them from you, because you can level up your Blitzball team to be really stupid. You know. Like,
Yeah, I never did. I just kind of got walled by goalies.
Yeah.
With my fucking jet shot or whatever.
Yeah, basically, like, the strat for that was, because basically I got walk on my Blitzball team, because you can, and then Riku's brother, I think, that guy's a monster, in Blitzball, like, so I got him on the team, and like a couple other people, but like, basically it was mainly like the three of them just kind of running roughshod all over everything, but basically, the idea is that you lure the goalie over there. You lure the enemy goalie over to one side by having one of your forwards kind of charge them while they have the ball, and then have that forward pass to Titus on the other side, and have him use his super move to get the ball past the goalie. You know. Because the goalie will be out of position, and they won't be able to deflect the super move most of the time, and it's just easy points. Like, you know.
Yeah.
Like, it's something where, you know, like I said, it gets easier as you level up your team too. So I'm not gonna say it's like, you know, cake from the beginning, but you get more super moves and more passive abilities and whatnot, and the better you can set those up, the easier time you're gonna have. Yeah.
Yeah, this is like a mechanic I engaged with maybe 5 to 7 times.
Yeah, a lot of people didn't play a lot of Blitzball, and so when they heard, oh, you got to play X number of Blitzball games to win the championship to get this weapon, everybody was like, ew.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sure if it's something you're already kind of like just doing on the side, it seemed a lot more palatable too.
Yeah.
But I was just, not really feeling it.
Right. Well, it's funny because there's one of the bosses at the Coliseum area, and the Coliseum is how you get Titus's weapon.
Yes.
But there's a boss there at the Coliseum that's an underwater fight, and so the only characters that could fight it are Titus, Waka, and Riku. So I kind of ended up making those three like the strongest characters on my team. You know?
Yeah.
Okay, no problem. But
Yeah, Waka, I remember just having really like nutty damage output if it was a guy who was good on him.
Yeah, Waka at first was really mediocre, but like I said, once I started really focusing on him and getting all of his shit unlocked, and then I got his best weapon, he just became absolutely stupid. So,
nice.
You know, because like I said, his limit break is like a 12-hit combo, and when you have a weapon that has break damage limit on it and shit like that, he just destroys everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, whose limits are the slots? Those were the fun ones.
Yeah, I think that's Waka's. Yeah.
That's Waka. Yeah, those were fun to do.
It was better than Tifa's from Final Fantasy VII, because like it wasn't as, because like with Tifa's, if you missed like one slot, like that like pretty much fucked everything after it. Like I don't know, it was kind of complicated, but like Waka's way better. Like you know.
Yeah, I think what I was doing was specking fucking Kimari into like Waka's skills and Lulu's skills, but I didn't get very far in either.
So the thing with Kimari is that a lot of people fall into the trap of sending Kimari down Lulu's grid path. And if you do that, it makes the game extremely aggravating. Because
he doesn't really have the magic stat for it, does he?
Well, here's the thing. At the time, when you first have the option to send Kimari down somebody else's grid path, Lulu is very useful on your team. There's a lot of enemies coming out that basically only Lulu is really capable of dealing with efficiently, and so you're getting a lot of use out of Lulu at the time. And so at the time, most people are going to think, oh, hey, it'd be nice if I had somebody else who could do what she does. So a lot of and Kimari has that absorb MP ability. So, geez, wouldn't this be nice to have this guy doing that? But you know, the problem is that soon after that, you hardly use Lulu at all. Because like using characters like Auron is just much more beneficial. So if you know in advance that that's going to happen, then it's much better to just send Kimari down Auron's sphere grid path instead, or maybe Titus, because giving Kimari skills from like Auron and Titus makes him much more useful and makes him a much better contributor to your party. You know, because there's a lot of enemies because a lot of the enemies that used to be like Lulu exclusive territory, a lot of those Auron could take down with his defense piercing. So yeah, you know,
I forgot about that. That Auron gets the fucking debuffs later.
Yeah, so it's like a lot of Auron's thing is being able to defeat enemies with high defense. And that's one of the reasons that you can't do a lot of damage to the foes that Lulu takes care of, is because they have high defense but low magic defense, and so Lulu just kills those guys.
Yeah.
But
he kind of becomes the solution to his own problem.
But yeah, it's something where it's with Kimari, a lot of it is just about whose sphere grid you send him down. Because I think what I did was I sent him down like Titus's, and then Riku's, and then Auron's, or something like that. And he just became so fucking useful. Like I said, I still ended up using Titus, Riku, Waka most of the time, just because of the way that and I think basically what I did was when Titus finished his sphere grid, I sent him down Riku's, and when Riku finished hers, I sent her down Titus's, something like that. Just because both of those characters are going to be able to take advantage of being faster. And that's kind of what their sphere grid builds are like, so they have somewhat similar sphere grid builds, but Riku's gives her a bunch of skills for like stealing shit, like so yeah, it just made a lot of sense at the time, and I think it made them both better characters. So like that's I think where a lot of people mess up with that game. Like a lot of people that didn't have fun with the game or whatever. A lot of them it was because they made bad choices on the sphere grid.
And it was
impacted
really
their ability to play the game.
Yeah, I did have some sort of like Western strategy guide for it that kind of set me on the right path for a lot of things, but I never really suffered too much for like not ever building optimally, aside from like Seymour, but everybody fucking struggles with Seymour, at least the second one, I think. Yeah. And then the only reason I never finished the game actually myself was just because I wanted to hit like those fucking last collectibles and shit, and then I never had the heart to do it.
Yeah. No, the end game for that is pretty great, and then
it's really bittersweet.
There's a handful of hidden summons that you could pick up in the game too, one of them is
Isn't Bahamut one of them?
So Bahamut is just one of the regular summons that you get by doing the story, but there's a couple of hidden ones. So you could get Seymour's summon Anima.
Yeah, that one I recall.
So that's one where you could fight that and get it as a summon, and then you could also get Yojimbo.
Yojimbo's awesome.
Yeah, basically the samurai summon. Basically he's all money based. So basically you have to pay him a bunch of money to recruit him in the first place, and then his shit's all based on like using money. And then the final and honestly one of the best summons in the game is the Magus Sisters, and they were originally a Final Fantasy IV boss. So having them show up as a summon was pretty great. Because basically as a summon they use basically the same exact strategy they used as a boss in FF4.
That's cool.
Which is they set up reflect, and then have one of them, and then they bounce spells off of the reflects to attack the enemy. Because that strategy gets through like reflect on your enemy. If your enemy casts reflect on themselves, then it can't block that strat.
Yeah, it can only ping pong once, sort of deal.
Yeah, so yeah, it doesn't create like an infinite loop, where it just keeps reflecting back and forth.
It's a fucking portal gun.
Right. There it is. I finished the thing after an hour and fucking 50 minutes. Anyway.
Now I'm playing.
Long lost stone lab.
Stone. Oh man. Let's see. Okay, so why is it saying the thing isn't receiving enough data? That's really annoying.
10-2 seemed very bizarre, but I don't know much about it. Just the characters,
Which
like
one?
the three. Final Fantasy X.
Final Fantasy X,
the second one though.
Oh, 10-2, yeah. Yeah, 10-2 is weird.
Whatever.
You know, it's they only have 3 characters to manage, which is kind of nice, honestly. But it uses a completely different system from the first one. As far as like there's not like a sphere grid. Like it's a job based system, so it plays more like Final Fantasy like 3 or 5, you know. So again, you're constantly getting new jobs and changing to them, and then the jobs are weird and quirky and bizarre, you know.
Yeah, I only really knew anything about that game because of the fucking chibi cameos in Kingdom Hearts 2.
Yeah, they're like little fairies.
Yeah, and I don't get it, and I don't think I need to, and I don't think I ever will.
Yeah, Night Siege.
Good night,
Yeah.
Siege.
But yeah, YRP. Frickin' YRP in position.
Oh yeah, Spooky was trying to tell you something, Quenta, in the stream team a few moments ago.
Huh?
Stream team says.
Oh, it's me. I'm Epic. I'm so glad Fiend pinged me to say I'm Epic.
It was one guy. He said it was one guy doing the all those JRPGs, and then they had a heart attack.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
He was John Fishing. Respect his.
John Fishing.
I actually need to store that name in my memory bank, so it's actually a really good fucking joke name.
Yeah.
Fucking John Fishing.
There was one guy who worked on all those fishing mini games.
The singular fishing entity.
John,
I don't know, is
Cena
fishing, like, hobby fishing popular in Japan then?
Well, it is an island nation, so they're a nation that, kind of, their culture revolved heavily around the sea, because, like, they fishing was a big part of their culture for a long time, because they're an archipelago, so they're just there's just a bunch of islands surrounded by ocean and water, so it's kind of a...
yeah, I guess I kind of gathered that. I meant more like the Western sensibility of, like, just doing it for the fun of it more so.
Yeah, so I think there's a lot of people like that in Japan now. So, yeah, because like I said, it's just something where...
I mean, they were already doing it anyway, kind of.
Yeah, they were kind of already doing it, and now it's like, oh, you mean we could just have fun? Okay,
Japanese people when they can have fun.
It's not like we weren't allowed to have fun before.
Right.
Well, you don't understand, Solus. Fish are required for fun. You can't spell fun without fish.
Right.
Can't spell fun without fish. That's a new one. Alright.
My grasp of the English lexicon grows ever more unfathomable by the day.
Unfathomable. That's a good way to put it. Okay,
you know what weirds me out? Trubbish isn't the I type on this card, he's the dark type. Since when? Since when does he get a little moon symbol for being an evil bastard? Since never. Fake news.
Oh yeah, talk about Pokemon trading card game.
Yeah, the card types.
Yeah, so
Bro, I didn't know Steel and Dark were still around, I'm gonna be real.
Yeah, it's really weird how they have how Pokemon trading card game has evolved with the typings recently. So they had like they added Steel and Dark type around the time that they were added to the main series games, right?
Yeah, makes sense.
But then
Dragon Gen 5, baby!
right, yeah, they added the Dragon type to the game, and they added Fairy to the game.
Gen 6, that makes a bit more sense.
Yeah, and then right around the time, I want to say it was right around the time, I can't remember if it was during Sword and Shield's run or right at the beginning of Sword and Shield's run in the TCG, they decided to get rid of the Fairy type.
Yep. Which is funny because it actually gave Steel something to do.
Right. So, but they got rid of it.
I thought it had something to do with the fact that Poison was a terrible typing.
Yeah, well, the thing is, in the TCG, Poison Pokemon are all like they give them all like Psychic typing, basically, because Poison isn't a type in the game.
Yeah, or fucking Dark, apparently, I guess.
Yeah. But yeah, so what ended up happening though is when they got rid of the Fairy type, they needed something to do with all of those Fairy Pokemon, so they started making them Psychic types. And because they were making all the Fairy type Psychic types, they didn't want to make the Poison type Psychic types anymore, so they started making them Dark types instead.
Oh.
So
interesting.
Because yeah, the Poison types, a lot of them used to end up becoming Psychic types. Although at the beginning of the game, a lot of them became Grass types. Because I remember having a Grass type coughing. So that was the thing.
Yeah, they kind of. I was gonna say Ghastly's the one that comes to mind, but that's already a ghosty.
Yeah.
But
yeah, Nidoran line for Grass. What did you say, Solus?
Yeah, when I was a kid, I used to think that the fist on the trading card game icon represented ground typing.
Oh man.
Ground type.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Nice powerful ground fist.
Right.
But yeah. But something where it is kind of interesting.
The fact that I have to say the word colorless frequently in my day-to-day makes me very upset.
Colorless day-to-day life.
Fucking real. Jesus.
But yeah.
Yeah, they were all kind of weird facsimiles of the actual types, like electric is light energy.
Yeah, because it basically with the TCG, like at the beginning, Grass was basically Bug, Poison, and Grass types. But I think they moved Poison to another type because Poison is supposed to be super effective against Grass. So like it's kind of a
yeah. It's not like they were going to need damage boost on Psychic in that environment.
Yeah, it's just kind of weird the way that they did the TCG. Like, I get why, because, if they put like 18 different types of energy in the game and different types of Pokemon, it would get really annoying. But,
It was probably pretty hard to draw those lines. Like, some of them, like, water can cover ice, okay. Like, what else
Yeah.
are you gonna do with that? But then
Right.
the, like, electric, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it really sucks that that has to be its own energy.
Right.
And I guess fire kind of too.
Yeah.
They're very self-contained. But that also kind of led to a lot of the fun early type identities, like fucking fire decks just being burnout decks.
Okay. Let me.
Ooh, I really ought to give that fucking TCG another proper go. The Game Boy game, I mean.
Oh yeah.
Because I made it to their Elite Four and I was like, you know, my discount Haymaker deck probably not going to cheese me through these guys. And then I stopped playing.
Oh man. Jeez.
Yeah. I'm not the greatest at deck building, but I do like the game. It is very
Yeah.
intriguing.
Yeah, it's a fun game. So. Let's see.
Yeah, Quarantine Crystal did their trading card game based off base set, so
Wait,
play
quarantine?
that. Yeah, Quarantine Crystal has a trading card game.
2,
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, you just, if you want to play sometime, let me know. You just gotta download Lackey.
I see.
Yeah. I can send you links or whatever, just hit me up. But it's very cool. It's just like, yeah, playable base set Pokemon TCG with the Quarantine Dex cast. And then someone else is working on their Fakemon decks, and they're making. Oh god, my voice is very hoarse. I apologize. Fucking they're making their own. So Quarantine Dex has like custom card art because it started as just the art project. This guy's just like he's making sprites for his decks, but then putting them on cards and then like making the effects. It's really interesting to just see the effects, kind of like, because some of them I'm sure they turn up in later games, but in the context of just base set, like seeing someone write, oh, hey, this removes 1 damage counter when you're at this health, but 3 when you're at like this health. It's very, I don't want to say mind blowing, that's kind of exaggerating, but it's very cool stuff.
Yeah. I
Like,
see.
it's definitely a different ball game, though. With like, I almost kind of wish they didn't do it in tens of HP because nothing is gonna do below 10 damage anyways. So it's kind of just like easier in my head to think of it as 12 HP instead of 120. I don't know, weird stuff like that.
I
Been
understand
thinking
that.
about.
Let's see.
I don't know, I'd probably like Yu-Gi-Oh! If I gave it more of a shot too. Well, I've gotten very rambly and very tired, so I'm going to bid you guys good night.
Okay.
Alright, then.
But yeah, if you are interested in checking out Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, you can do worse.
I mean, I
it's
did.
free
I
to play,
just,
so you know.
yeah. Well, remember to eat your veggies.
All right, have a great one.
Alright.
Oh, jeez. Okay. Alright, I think that's probably a decent spot to stop for tonight.
Yeah, I guess so.
Actually, let me do this part real quick. Make sure that I have my. Okay, so do that. Oh my god, fuck off. Okay. Alright, this should be pretty epic, honestly. I feel like we got
I can already tell it's gonna look amazing.
yeah. Hmm. So, okay, there we go. Oh, good grief. Okay. Wonder if I should differentiate the color on that just to make it stand out. Because the original palette doesn't have it. It just uses four colors if you count white. So it's a very bland color palette. But if I use these, use these on the part where it's the moon. Yeah, there we go. Okay. All right, yeah. I think I'll go ahead and leave it here for the night. Okay. Alrighty. So yeah, that is going to be it for this one. I want to thank everybody so much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed. We'll be back to continue this build next week, so look forward to that. And of course, as always, I do hope everybody has a great day. Bye-bye.
Later.